thingy was doing, my audio, because that's usually where, oh, we should be good. Someone give me a thumbs up. Send me a message if you can hear me. Hi, everyone. My name is Roshida Dowe, and my microphone is on and it's plugged in. So, hey, welcome to my channel. I'm still waiting for someone to tell me they can hear me. I see y'all in the comments. Pent Up Wanderlust, Carla Blushot, Janella, Chloe Dowe. Can you guys? What's going on? No one's telling me they can hear me. Oh, okay, there we go. There come the comments. Woo, child, I was worried. Y'all know. At least once a month, there's a tech issue. Hi friends. Okay, Chloe, Danny Cole, Vanessa Ruiz, Kay Stewart, Monica Adelina. My niece's name is Adelina. And so I always mess that up in my head. I usually get it right out loud. All right, good. Monica Adelina has one more storage unit to get rid of in spring. It's in Georgia, and she's now living in Mazatlan. Needs the encouragement to get the task done. Maybe that's why we're here, because I do too. I head to California tomorrow to, the goal is to clear out the storage unit that I've had. I've had the storage unit since 2016. I have not been inside that storage unit since May 2018, because that's the last time I was in the Bay Area. A place I love, a place I always thought I was going to spend the rest of my life. And I haven't been there in 5 years. And I'm feeling some feelings about going to the Bay tomorrow, which is why I wanted us to have this talk today. Because I can't quite put my finger on what I'm feeling. I need a therapist again. I can't quite put my finger on what I'm feeling or why I'm feeling it. If you're a Black female therapist with room for more patience, shout yourself out. I don't know why I'm feeling what I'm feeling, but I'm feeling a little bit of like, about this trip. I think some of it is that I haven't been still. I haven't sat still since fall, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. Okay, so I pulled up to the house yesterday. I don't know, Friday evening. I drove down the back street of my house. There are 2 fully functioning businesses open that I didn't even know they were building right on the street next to me. Last time I walked down the street, they weren't even doing construction. There was no sign, no nothing. And now they are fully operational businesses. And I was like, how could that be? Where did they come from? What's going on? And then I realized I probably haven't been on that street since last November. And we're about to push into February. I was like, yeah, I suppose that could happen in that amount of time. Fully operational, like that's how long it's been since I've actually like been home enough to like walk down the side street right next to my building. So things are changing here. I'm going to California for 2 weeks with our good friend Adelia. She's coming to help me with my storage unit. She promises she won't be judgy, but I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna come back and tell you every single time she shows up as a judgmental person instead of a supportive friend. I need her to pretend to be. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna be on the internet telling y'all where she's messing up. She knows. Oh, here she is. She knows I'm talking about her. I was like, she knows I'm talking about her because I've said this to her face. But she knows. All right. Hey, Greta King. Hey, Shauna. You want to know how much I spent on the storage unit? I don't know. When I got the unit, it was about it was under $200 a month. Now it's over $200 a month. It's time to get rid of it. And so lots of feelings. Some of the feelings stem from I put everything in my storage unit because I really like my things. Like, y'all know, I like things. I really like my things, right? But 5 years and a whole pandemic later, half the things don't fit. Half the clothes don't fit, right? And so it's like, I know I'm going to have to go there. I'm trying to squeeze these thighs and some things these thighs ain't gonna go into. I'm gonna be in there like, I can make it work. It's not gonna work. I already know. Half the things, because half the things I had from like in my house from 2020 don't fit. So the 2018 stuff, that's not happening either. So that's part of why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. I know I'm gonna have to get rid of a lot of stuff. I know I'm going to have to and then I have a lot of like kitchen stuff, right? Like that I'm going to have to either give away or sell. This morning we had a team meeting and Adelia's in charge of selling things while I'm there. So that's not something that I have to do. I don't have to think about how much you're selling for. Like, I don't have to be emotionally connected to the price. By team meeting, I was doing my laundry and this great idea came to me. Adelia has not heard this before this very second. Team meeting. So she is taking that off my plate. Thank you, Adelia, so that I don't have to think about that kind of stuff. I just have to go through the emotional things of like, why can't I keep all the shoes I still love? We're both going up with 2 empty large suitcases, so we'll be coming down with stuff. And yeah, so things like kitchen. Like, I used to hate to cook. And then I bought a set of really, really nice, expensive knives. And cooking was just so much easier. Like, cutting a potato doesn't require putting your whole body into it. Cutting a sweet potato doesn't require like the strength. Right? It doesn't require like machine brute strength to cut a sweet potato if you have the right knife. My knives are in storage. Are they coming down with me? I don't know. My stand mixer, my ice cream maker, all the like mini kitchen appliances that I have and love. I think I feel a way right now about getting rid of them, right? And it's like, baby, it's a stand mixer. If you want another one, you can buy another one. Am I going to sell it for like $30 and have to buy a new one for like $300 or more? Probably like closer to $500 now. Probably. That's probably what's going to happen. Because it doesn't make sense with the weight to bring it down here. Because y'all know them things is heavy. Y'all know them stand mixers are heavy. Okay. Ooh, semi-storage unit costs about $40 a month. Baby, in the Bay Area, you're not getting a $40 storage. Not for the size I have. Question, how am I going to bring them home? The plan right now is 2 suitcases. If we get there and I'm like, no, I need to ship stuff, there's a chance I'll bite the cost and ship stuff down. There's a chance. I don't think it's a very good chance. I'm more likely to bring down like an extra suitcase, like 3 suitcases each, between me and Adelia, than to actually ship stuff down, because then it gets stopped at customs. And then, as Angela will tell you, Dr. Reverend Angela, who posted about this publicly, so I don't think it's a secret, they will go through your stuff and take what they want. And so, yeah. Is there room in my carry-on for a stand mixer? See, this is why I'm bringing Adelia. Because she's thinking things through like this. I don't know. I'd probably rather bring my grill pan than my stand mixer. We're going to go through and figure out all this stuff. Only the really good stuff will do that to you. I have a history of splurging on myself, which makes me not want to get rid of the stuff I have. I know maybe I spent too much money on that. And I not just that I spent money on it, but I spent money on it and it's still valuable and I still really love it. Those are hard things to get rid of. So, Okay, Della Drummond used clutter. They picked up, packed, took photos for inventory, and store for $7 a month. Oh, it'll all have to go away with the exception will be pics and my kids' kindergarten art. Okay. Okay, so for me, the stuff I know that I need to figure out how to bring down are like the sentimental items. I have some original art by Black artists who've passed away, which I'm bringing with me. Someone suggested that I clear out my storage. It's just I have someone just come pick it up because I haven't seen it in a long time. Just have someone come and pick it up. And I want to comment about how disrespectful that suggestion is. It really is. Telling someone to get rid of, like, just let someone else come in and take out everything they've ever owned without you knowing, without having a discussion about the sentimental value or the actual real life value of the stuff that they have. When it was an unsolicited opinion and you were not asked for an opinion on what they should do with their stuff, is super disrespectful. Super, like, imagine someone walking into your house and telling you to get rid of everything. Just get rid of everything. You think I don't have things that are of value to me or to the world in general? Just have someone else just come pick it up. Just clear it out. Anyway, that's why we don't do unsolicited opinions here. That's why I beg you, don't share unsolicited opinions with other people. If they did not ask for your opinion on a topic, don't give it, because you might mean it with the best intentions. But your intentions don't matter. Not in a situation like this. Yes, okay, so Della said the original art kindergarten professional comes with whatever the cost. Yes. That's actually one of the reasons I kept that storage unit, was I knew I was, for anyone who doesn't know, hi, my name is Roshida Dowe. We're 12 minutes into it and I'm doing an introduction. Roshida Dowe, I am a career break coach. I live in Mexico City. Before I moved to Mexico City in 2018, I left the Bay Area to travel the world for a year. One of the reasons I kept that storage unit before I left was I only had a month between the decision of leaving and the time to go, and because of that art, that piece of art. I have multiple pieces of art, but there's one that I was like, I got it from the artist's special art dealer. I didn't eat for 6 months after I bought it. Y'all know I ate. No. I was like, I'm gonna store that somewhere until I get back. And Mom had moved to Florida. So back to how I'm feeling. I think that some of how I feel also is due to the fact that I won't be, it's like my last tie to the US, right? Once I go through storage, it's I'm getting rid of my health insurance, my US health insurance this year. It's my last tie to the US. My mom moved. I don't need to go to the US. It's my last tie to the Bay. It's the thing that was going to bring me back to the Bay Area. You guys know that when I left the Bay, I told myself that I was going to move back a year later. And so I moved everything into storage, thinking I was going to move back into an apartment like the old apartment, get a job like the old job. And now this is like, it's not happening, right? Like if I get rid of everything, it was never going to happen. I'm not moving back to the Bay. Even going back to the Bay for 2 weeks, I'm like, child, this costs some money. This is costing some money. So yeah, it's the idea that like, I had a home, I have a life, and this is like the hard cut, right? Like this is the life, this is it. I think that's part of why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Okay, Locating Cozy says, I'm truly dealing with this right now, letting go of my things as I let go of my apartment this Thursday. Oh, donating everything to domestic violence shelter. That's a good idea. The other thing on Adelia's list, now that you said this, Locating Cozy, is to figure out where we should donate things to when it's time to donate. Okay, Emoja says, I know that melancholy feeling. I had it Friday and Saturday. I took pictures and wrote descriptions for items to be listed on Poshmark. Ended up listing about 40 items. One actually sold Saturday. Awesome. I hope more sell. I think Poshmark would be a good idea, except maybe we're there for 2 weeks. We just need to, I guess we could ship it, but that would fall under Adelia's selling responsibilities. I don't know. So we have an Airbnb that's not far from the storage unit. So the plan now is to go to the storage unit and have things packed in suitcases and plastic bags. That's the other thing. It is flooded in the bay and rats are real, right? Like I have no idea the state my things are going to be in when I get there. They could be in perfect condition or not. It's 5 years or not, right? So go there. I rent an SUV, put everything in the back of it, everything, do probably a load or two a day from an SUV back to the Airbnb, and then sit at the Airbnb and sort stuff out for the clothes and things that we want to sell, that Adelia wants to sell. Take photos, lots of trying on. I'm pretty sure there's a washer and dryer there because I always book Airbnbs with washer and dryer so we can wash some stuff before I put it on my body. And figure it out like that. Okay. So the real reason I'm doing this video is because I want suggestions. Adelia says my grill pan is considered a weapon, so they might make us check it. And it's a, what are they called? It's not coming to me. It's a cast iron grill pan. So yeah, probably. You could definitely hurt somebody with that one. But I love it and I miss it. Right? Like I try not to be attached to stuff, but I am, right? Like I can't pretend that I'm not. I am attached to stuff. And so now it's like, I gotta get rid of it. I don't like that. But my decisions have brought me here. And so now I gotta deal with it. Kay, where are you moving to? I live in Mexico City. I am just bringing the stuff from my storage to Mexico City that I can. Everything else gotta go. Speaking of living in Mexico City, my lease was up in February, like 2 days after I get back from the Bay Area, and my landlord has to send me a new lease. So we'll see what that says. I don't have it yet. So I'm moving all the stuff down, and then I might be like, I'm leaving my apartment, which I can't do in 2 days. So we'll figure out. I think that's part of the reason I'm feeling kind of antsy is like there's just so much stuff happening at once, right? So much movement and things at one time. There's a lot going on. Okay. How am I going to sell it? I don't know, girl. Ask Adelia. She is the VP in charge of dispositions. Yes. VP in charge of dispositions. She gonna figure out, sell it, give it away, do things. I don't know. I am the chief keeping officer. Yes, I'm the chief keeping officer, and she is the VP in charge of dispositions. I think I hired the right person for the job. I think I did. Yes. After I got residency, I should have shipped my stuff down. But because of the pandemic, I didn't go back to the Bay Area. I should have had it all organized to ship and figure out what I want to ship down and ship it down. I just didn't do it. And so now there'll be like a huge shipping fee if I do it. But also, here's the thing. I really want my clothes. I really want my shoes. Clothes don't fit. I'll live with that. Shoes, they gonna fit on these feet. I haven't thought about the fact that I'm gonna have to get rid of a whole bunch of high heels because who's wearing high heels these days? A whole bunch, especially after knee surgery. My knee don't do high heels, right? And these streets aren't meant for high heels. The streets of the city I live in. And who's doing anyway, so I'm gonna end up getting rid of a lot of shoes, but some of the shoes I have, there's no room in my closet that I have here in my apartment in Mexico City. There is no room in my closet for more clothes. There's no room in my closet for no shoes. There's no shoe storage in my place. So I bought 2 shoe holders in the front hallway. And I have a third one in my closet underneath my dresses. But there's no room. There was no like place. The actual places for shoes in this apartment could probably hold 8 pairs of shoes. Maybe I have more than 8 pairs of shoes. This is not Adelia's apartment. Adelia has legit less than 10 pairs. She bought some recently. So maybe over 10. But I probably have 200 when we get to the Bay Area. And I have no room for the shoes I have already in Mexico. So there'll be there'll be downsizing. There'll be that kind of things. No, most of my shoes are a size 8. Yeah, they take advantage of a 6-month, in Mexico, you have 6 months after you get residency to move your stuff down. Ship the stuff down duty free. I didn't do that. So now this is what we do. Okay, it's up to 12 pairs. Look at that, double digits. I think last year this time she was a single digit shoe owner. Or moving on up. Souls for Souls, Naomi says, for shoe donations. I tell you, Adelia's going to be so judgmental when she sees my storage unit. And I keep telling her I will leave her by the side of the road. I probably won't. But it's a lot of stuff. All right. So, what I wanted on this live was to crowdsource from you guys. I'm using you guys today. Crowdsource from you guys ideas of getting rid of stuff, of like what you've done, what you like, what you didn't like, because this is for everybody. So if you've gotten rid of your stuff, share how you did, what places you took things to, where you're located in case any of the things are local, so that everybody else can benefit from this, because I need help. Bay Area, if you're in the Bay Area next week, I'll be there. So if you want to do a meetup, let me know. I posted about the Exodus Summit Facebook group, but I'm not talking about the rain. I almost changed this trip to avoid the rain, but I was like, no, go back and do it. Rain or no rain, just get it done. Okay, Lori says Plato's Closet for clothes and shoes. Adelia's keeping the title. Chief Dispositions Officer. Yes. I spoke to my landlord, and it was the date she has is after my day. Or maybe it's before. It's right around. Girl, I don't know. All I know is I haven't seen it yet. Okay. LLO says the end is scary, like divorce is retirement from a long career. Yes, it's like grieving, but I'm sure it can feel freeing of weight also. Yes. So the 2 things I pay for, my 2 storage situations in California are my household goods and my eggs. And I'm thinking of getting rid of both of them. The eggs feel harder though. The eggs feel harder to get rid of. They're cheaper to store than the household goods. They're definitely still cheaper. But because I had to do quite a bit of work in my body before the egg retrieval, my ovarian, my baby eggs. I got my eggs frozen and stored in 2018. And the idea of going through that process and then getting rid of them. And I know that I could donate them to someone else. And someone out there is going to call me selfish for not wanting to do that. but I don't know that I want to give my genetic material to people I don't know, right? Like I know it could be helpful to a lot of people. Although a lot of people, I was almost 40 when I did that. Not a lot of people are checking for 40-year-old eggs, right? Like not a lot of humans are checking for 40-year-old eggs. So I know I could, but the idea of a child, of like a child that came from me being raised out there in the world and me not knowing anything about them, or like that they're being raised in a loving home, because just because somebody takes my eggs doesn't mean they're going to raise like lovingly raise children. I don't know that I'm not there mentally yet. So I am thinking about getting rid of those eggs. But that is not a today conversation. So no unsolicited advice, please. The today conversation is about getting rid of storage, in which I have solicited advice. I am soliciting advice about storage. So how do you get rid of your stuff? What do you do? What were the hard parts? What are the things people need to know about? Drop it in the comments so we can all share, because, okay. Simi, I'm still thinking of myself. The first time I ever purchased, I loved it so much. I had to sell it for a ridiculous price. Marketplace was great. Marketplace wasn't great when we were selling my mom's stuff. There were a lot of scammers. A lot of weird scammers. But hopefully it'll be better in California than it was in Florida. I don't know. Yes, it's my happy place. I know I'm going to be excited coming down and like getting that done, clearing it out. But the idea, like the thought of having to go through all that stuff is kind of overwhelming right now. Yeah, it's the end of a phase of life. I definitely always thought I was going to go back to the Bay Area, go back to being a lawyer, go back to my old friend circle. That's another thing. A lot of my friends have moved out of the Bay Area since I lived there. So like some people that I would normally like be like super excited to see aren't there anymore. And so the Bay Area isn't going to be the same for me that it was 5 years ago, which no big surprise. 5 years is a long time. Pandemia, right? Like all these things have happened. Remote work increasing, all of that stuff, but it's still a lot. Still a lot. Auntie Lou says Poshmark is too slow for a 2-week time period. Mommy recommended Bay Area Rescue Mission for donations. And Auntie Lou says she plans on using Facebook Marketplace to sell stuff, make buyers come and get it. Yes. Abba has good stuff, and that's why she still has a house. She can't do it yet. I know. Gotta get rid of all that stuff. To give you some context, in Ohio, I had a 3-bedroom house with a huge basement. Huge. And when I moved to the Bay Area, I pretty much put everything from that house in a truck, moved to the Bay Area. I moved into my mom's place when I first got there. So I put almost everything in that storage unit in 2016. I moved into my own place. I took out all the furniture and stuff. And then I moved away promptly in 2018. So 2 years I was in the Bay, moved back in the Bay. I'd lived there before. And so I have a 3-bedroom house full of stuff in that storage unit. And I need to consolidate it down to between 4 and 6 suitcases. I mean, the furniture stuff will go. TV will go, right? Whatever. My friend wants me to mail her. I have a friend who's a professional chef, who I purchased. We used to go to Williams-Sonoma. They had a cooking class every week, and we'd go. They'd make like random stuff. We just go there, and they'd be like a class on ice cream making. So we'd go and like hang out. It was like our weekly time to like hang out and talk, and then also like learn how to make ice cream, make ice cream in an ice cream maker, which we then would buy, right? Like it was like a sales thing for Williams-Sonoma, but it was also like, let me know. Like that's where I figured out how like knives, that like nice knives were nice. Nice knives made your life easier, and like the knife you have, like your arm length should be related to the length of like the chef's knives you have. I never knew that before. So I was in my home, I was using a knife that was too dull and too long for my arm. Fix that. I have my knives from that. She wasn't a professional chef then. She's a professional chef now. And she was like, send me all your kitchen stuff. And I'm like, baby, I would, except it's gonna cost like $1,000 when I get to the post office with the weight of what everything is. So I'll figure out what to do with that kind of stuff. Let's see, what else? What are your great suggestions? Let's see. Mom's telling me to keep the eggs. Baby, for what? Yes. Things are, let me find out. Let me do a little search right now. I'm gonna go to Amazon just because it's easier. I'm gonna go to Amazon US. And I'm going to go to Mexico and see what the price difference is. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Anyway, while I'm looking this up, I want to let you guys know a couple things. One, it's time to join for Burn Out the List if you plan on moving abroad. Get on it. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? Special invitation? This is your special invitation to, if you haven't grabbed my free infopreneurs for traveling, it's a toolkit for traveling infopreneurs. If you want to travel and make money online, this is the toolkit for you that will tell you the things that I use that I find very valuable along the way. What's going on with the chat? What's going on? Here we go. I'm going to pin that. Ooh, Sarah Wright is saying dress for success. Good idea. Adelia, I hope you're taking notes. I hope you're taking notes on all of the things we should be doing. Because I'm going to be a mess. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to be a good old-fashioned mess. All right. Bum, 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 bum. I'm trying to do a price comparison for you guys, so give me a second. Later. Okay. Cancel. Pesos to US dollars. Okay, so I looked up the most generic stand mixer that's showing up on both sites. In the US, it's $289, most generic one. In Mexico, from Amazon Mexico, same size, same everything, 4.5 quarts on its black, it's $364. So it is $75, nope, $289, $364, yeah. $75 more, nope. Yes. I don't know. That's why I don't do math online when I'm talking out loud. $75 more expensive. And 75 is a large percentage of $289, right? Like, it's not just that it's more expensive, it's that it's significantly more expensive for what it costs. If the US version is $290 and the exact same thing in Mexico is $75 more expensive. That's quite a big, and there's an import fee. So yeah, so getting things in will oh no, the import fee is included in that, it says. Okay. Yeah, all the things I'm going to rebuy, if I rebuy them, are going to be a lot more expensive. That was just one thing. Green Drop will come to your house to pick up donations. Catholic Charities, says Chris. Salvation Army and Goodwill. Okay, so I've only heard bad things about Salvation Army. In that, like, they discriminate against who they help. I think they won't help LGBTQ people. And it would be something else. So Salvation Army is not an option for me. Goodwill, maybe. Let's see. Habitat for Humanity for furniture and accessories. Yes. Alicia Hawkins says she's been slowly decluttering and she's now making a list of where I can donate clothes and furniture to. All right, grab the list from the comments. Cat from Read Bloom Room says letting go of the egg storage feels like a huge change. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And they're not that expensive to keep compared to the actual storage. So I'll probably keep them for another few years and then decide. Ooh, Tyra has 3 storage units that need to purge and eliminate. Girl. I feel for you because that's a lot. Is it possible drive? You love driving? You mean drive down with a car full of stuff? I won't be doing it. First of all, I don't have a car. And most rental car companies won't let you take a car across a border, an international border, because then they can't get it back, right? So you guys know I used to work for a car company. I used to work for BMW for almost a decade. And we had rules that you couldn't take a car across the border, right? I think Texas has a law that if you're not allowed, you can't, I think if I remember this correctly, Texas had a law that said that if you couldn't take it across, if you could take a car across one international border, you could take it across another. So they were saying if y'all gonna let people take cars into Canada, you gotta let them take cars into Mexico. Okay, I'm way before that. You couldn't take our car anywhere. You could not, like, if you had a lease or a loan from us, those cars could not cross it. We would not let you take a car across the border. Which reminds me, people who want to drive down, please know. But if you have a lease or a loan, there's a 95% chance that you're not allowed. 99 actually % chance you're not allowed to take that car across the border. I see it all the time, especially in the Merida group. People are always talking about driving down, but they have a car loan, and I'm like, they may not stop you at the border. Like, right? Like the people who are checking immigration stuff at the border may not check your and see if you're allowed to bring the car in. But if your car loan company finds out, they might demand all the money on the spot. They might accelerate your loan. Anyway, random, not relevant. But when I was doing that work, we had a dealership go out of business in South Texas. I'm not going to name which location, but South Texas. And all of our like managers in the area were like, baby, it's not even worth going to court. Because the judges down there know who those cars went to, and they're not going to do nothing for you. Right? Like all of our cars, when I worked for BMW, so we had this is totally random, but the way most car dealerships work is that they have a loan. There's like an inventory loan on the car they have, right? And so they have to pay off the loan when they sell the car. And the car is the collateral for the loan. So as BMW, we would loan you money to get the car. But we would loan you money to buy the car from us. Getting it on all sides. And like every car manufacturer does this. Also banks do this. And then you would pay us off when you sold the car. the car was collateral. When the dealership went out of business and all them cars in South Texas disappeared, everybody was like, call it a wash. Y'all not gonna go down there and get no cars back. They were just like, those cars, you will never, ever, ever see those cars again. They are all in Mexico, and there's nothing you're gonna do about it. So I'm about to say, I'm not big on driving across borders. Most of the times, unless you own your car outright, you're not actually allowed to drive that car across borders. Most of the time. I'm not going to say every time, but most of the time. And I can tell you exactly why. Because your car company wants that car back if something happens. If you stop paying, they want to be able to get it. And they can't do nothing. Listen. I will never forget that they were like, our managers were like, those judges down there are not going to side against the people who have the cars, even though they're clearly stolen from you. You're not going to win, because those judges are not going to risk themselves to side against whoever has the cars. The actual concerted criminal enterprise in Mexico that has those cars right now, those are their cars. Those are their cars. Let it go. Every single one. Just let it go. Yeah, so I'll let you say, if you're driving into Mexico, read your car lease or loan first. Sometimes they'll ask at the border if you have all the paperwork you need. I think sometimes they don't. I don't know. I've never driven across that border. I've heard different stories from different people, but in our regular car leases and loans, if you drove across the border, you would owe us all the money immediately. Oh, this is a good idea. Hustle, health, then wealth. Outsource that work. Hire someone from one of these apps to do the heavy lifting. Yes, Adelia. Look at them fine-tuning your disposition work. Fine-tuning, giving us some ideas. Yes, you have a budget of $3. Make it happen. Make it happen. I hadn't thought about out of the closet. I know there are out of the closet locations in the Bay Area. Pick up and disassemble your furniture bed. They're global and have a satellite client program in Ghana. I wonder how that works. Okay, so yes, building some time for fun and other things you feel like doing to close that chapter. This morning, I was thinking about all the people that I haven't told that I'm coming back to the Bay tomorrow. And I need to do that. And also, I was going to mention to Adelia a couple weeks ago, and I forgot that we should plan like wine tasting. Instead, I went wine tasting with Stephanie and some other ladies in San Miguel this week. I was in San Miguel this week that just passed, and we went San Miguel de Allende. We went wine tasting out there, but also we can go wine tasting in the Bay Area. I thought about that, and then I forgot to tell Adelia. We'll figure something out. We haven't planned any fun things, but we have Adelia. When Adelia plans trips, they are very like detailed, and then we're going to do this, and then this, and we're going to eat at this restaurant. We're going to do this. When I plan trips, I'm like, we have plane tickets, a rental car, and a place to sleep. Period. So she's probably thought of some things that she hasn't mentioned to me yet. Adelia has probably a list of things that would be a good idea to do if we have time, but she's not sharing them with me yet because she doesn't want me to feel pressured because we have an actual focus. That is exactly what I bet is going on. Am I right, Adelia? Tell me. Stephanie does not want my eggs. Stephanie does not want my eggs. Stephanie wants a fully formed child. She wants a person to be handed to her. Have y'all ever heard Stephanie talk about in vitro anything? No. Stephanie talks about adoption. She don't want eggs. What's she going to do with some eggs? Ooh, OfferUp. All right, so OfferUp is an app where you sell things, I think, like a Poshmark. But you can probably do more things, maybe like furniture and stuff. Adelia, I hope you're on it. All right. Veterans and women's shelter organizations. Okay, good idea. No to Facebook Marketplace. Had great luck when I lived in Houston with selling furniture in Dallas. I was trying to sell my desk and monitor and chair for $400. Someone tried to offer me $40. When I was in Florida, people would say like, oh, immediately they hit me up and be like, oh, I want to buy it. Okay. Tell me I got it. Okay, come and bring cash. The minute I said bring cash, they were like, ghost. One was like, I'm sending my son. He's coming to get it. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, well, have your son bring the cash and we're good to go. Ghost. I think they want to scam you somehow, like send you money without really sending you money, like show you a receipt that they sent you money, but not really send it. And then you give them furniture and you've never really been sent money. Cash. I accept cash. Cash. That was one of the problems we had with Facebook Marketplace when I was selling stuff in my mom's house. You want to scam me out of this $25 chair? You ain't got nothing else better to do with your life? Like you are online on Facebook Marketplace trying to scam people out of $20 here, $30 there. Is this what Jesus wants for you? Is this your purpose on earth? Is this why, out of all the eggs and sperms that could have happened, your parents got yours together? You got to where you are in life so you could scam people all day long on Facebook Marketplace out of used furniture? You're scamming people for used furniture on Facebook Marketplace. That's your purpose. That's your life's mission? You on the site doing this all day? Don't you want more for yourself? I want more for you. Scamming people out of used furniture cannot be your purpose. It can't. I refuse. I rebuke that. I don't even know you. You low down dirty heifer. I don't even know you. But this can't be your life's purpose. Be better. Truly be better than scamming on Facebook Marketplace. $25 chair. Girl, go somewhere. All right. Okay. Because I had to have my mother declutter for every move, I'm great at getting rid of things. I'm naturally more minimal, though. She's a borderline hoarder. Welcome to the Adelia and Roshida show. Some of it will be filmed. Some of it will not be filmed. She's a minimalist when she wants to be. I am a borderline hoarder. I can say that. I'm comfortable. I used to watch the show Hoarders every once in a while to be like, this is your future. If you don't get it together, this is your future. Get rid of some stuff. This is your future. So I'm moving away from that. I'm bringing a minimalist to help me so that I don't end up like sobbing in tears. There may be some sobbing. I don't end up like a complete mess. All right, we'll see. All right. The action of going through things is where I struggle. I have things tucked away so neatly. Yes. I think I'm going to struggle is I need to watch some Marie Kondo before I go. Maybe I'll download some and watch it on the plane. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch some Marie Kondo and watch it on the plane. I have to get things out of there. But am I going to look at every individual piece of clothing to decide whether I want to keep it or throw it away? And here's the thing. In my basement, I had a ton of paper from my whole life. Like my birth certificate's in there. Hopefully that didn't get flooded. All those things are, like, you know what I mean? Like, and of course I'm going to bring those down. But that means I'm going to probably have to go through every single piece of paper that I had in my life up to 2018 to figure out what I need to keep and what I don't need to keep. And I've kept all the paper. I keep, receipts from Chipotle. Why? I don't know. That's how my brain is wired. So that part of it is going to be challenging. Very challenging. Very, very challenging. All right. Same, sis. Absolute same. You are in my membership, so we'll probably maybe do some live streaming to the membership as we go through some stuff. A little secret behind the scenes stuff. Oh, speaking of a membership, this week coming up, this Thursday, is our first we're starting weekly membership Zooms on Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Thursday 1, I did a poll in the community, Thursday 1. So we're going to have weekly Zooms. So we'll be hanging out this coming Thursday, 9 p.m. and the Thursday after that, and the Thursday after that, and the Thursday after that. If you're not part of my YouTube membership yet, it's kind of like behind the scenes stuff, but we're going to start doing more community activities like this Zoom, which it's not like a coaching session. It's not a Q&A session. It's just us hanging out and talking to each other for 30 minutes. Hope to see you there. If you're not part of the membership, in the description of this video, there is information on how to join, which I will put in the comments right now because I can do that. Bum, 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 bum. I can do that. In the comments. All right. Oh, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. Okay, there we go. That's there. What type of lawyer was I? I was an auto finance. Well, I started off as a commercial real estate lawyer. I worked for banks. So in 2006, I started working doing commercial real estate. I did a lot of work on cell phone towers. On an average cell phone tower, random. We're going random right now. On an average cell phone tower, there are multiple cell phone providers, service providers who co-locate on the same tower. So for a while, I did work for Verizon at a firm. It was the absolute worst work in the firm. I did not understand how I got stuck with the worst work on this firm. We would rent spaces for towers from farmers, and we would co-locate on towers owned by other companies. We would do the real estate work for that. It was terrible work. I never understood why, I could not dig away. Someone would ask, I remember once a female partner in the law firm was like, "What work are you doing?" I told her. She was like, "Ugh." And I was like, ma'am, this makes you money. I'm doing work that makes you money. And you can't even pretend like they were the biggest client that we had, the biggest client. They paid us the most money. And when I tell you I'm doing the actual work that gets you paid, you give me a straight stank face. I literally was like, I need you not to do that. I need you not to do, because it's the work I have to do every day. And then I went to Verizon's, they did a workshop for their lawyers, for their external lawyers. We came from all over the country. We went to New Jersey, went to headquarters. We had a 1.5-day seminar. In the 1.5 days, there were two different talks at 2 different times about how important diversity was for them. At that moment, I was like, I am never getting away from this work, ever. I'm the only non-white person in the real estate department, and one of 2 women. I am Verizon's slave forever, never going. And it wasn't Verizon's fault, right? My real estate department was extremely white, male heavy, and they wanted diversity. And what do I look like? I look like diversity. I was like, I'll never get none of that. But I did. I fought my way out. And then I started doing work for banks. So commercial real estate for banks. So as banks were lending money to people to build things and malls and apartments and blah, 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 I would do all the paperwork for them, look at all the real estate docs, etc. And then that was 2006 into 2009. And if y'all know what was happening then, the economy was tanking. So banks weren't lending money to people to build things anymore. Also, nothing was being built. And if banks weren't lending money to people to build things, they didn't need lawyers to do that work. So my firm laid off 50% of their associates in one day. We were the first firm in the city to do layoffs. And they told us a month before, but they would never lay any of us off because we were family. I didn't believe the family thing, but I didn't realize in a month we were going to, like, I'm pretty sure it was like a month. We went from, we would never lay any of you off to 50% of the associates have to go today. And we'll pay you for 2 weeks, no matter how. So anyway, that was trash. And then I went over to BMW and I was doing commercial real estate for them until we had a consumer finance lawyer, super long story, a consumer finance lawyer who left to go to a bank. And my boss hit me up and she's like, I have a great opportunity for you. What she meant was, you're smart, so you can figure out how to do the consumer finance work, because we can always hire a new real estate lawyer, but there are very few people who can do auto finance. And she didn't want to try to hire someone to do auto finance because that was going to be hard for her. So instead, I got the hard job of learning how to do a brand, like the lady, her transition with me was like 1 day. I had never done any work in this area of the law before, and I had a 1-day transition. These are all fun facts. Imagine someone being like, yes, I was the expert at BMW in doing commercial finance. I know my job. I'm good. Nobody else in the entire BMW organization, not in Germany, not in any other country, can do what I can do right here. Internally, I'm irreplaceable. Nobody can do this. To then someday someone being like, okay, but like next week, I want you to do something completely different and leave that alone. Never touch it. Well, transition. You get to do both jobs for a little while, but also you need to do this other thing that you've never even heard of before. Like you've heard of it because I've been working there for a while. I know basically what they do. And so I've started doing consumer. So if you've leased a car or taken out a car loan and that super long, boring contract that no one reads, I wrote those in every state. Because there's a federal law and there's a state law for leasing and loans. And so I would know the federal law, I knew the state laws, all the state laws. So I had a lot of like random stuff, which also meant that I was extra irreplaceable because there's not a lot of people who know how to do that. When I left the US, there were probably like 50 lawyers in the country who did what I did, which meant I would always have a job. It just meant that my job might be like in Texas or Detroit once I left the Bay Area. And I didn't want that, which is why I wasn't rushing back. All right, like it's one of those like very specialized jobs that very few people can do, or very few people choose to do. So the work will always be there. You just may not want to be where the work takes you, because the work would take me, because I've always worked for car companies, the work would take me to places where car companies are. And I wanted to be in the Bay Area where there were no car companies. Anyway, and then I worked for Uber for a while, blah, 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 same thing. That's the kind of lawyer I am. Super long story. That's what it is, in case you didn't know. It was a good time. Yes, Tarai, you need this topic. Get rid of all our stuff. LO drove down with a van full of stuff, 2 kids, 2 dogs by incident. Let Angela be your guiding light. And she drove to Querétaro, which isn't far from where Danny was driving to. All right, we have a new member. Tawana, welcome to the membership. See you on Thursday. The Zoom link is on the membership tab. If you guys don't see a membership tab, you should see a community tab that has membership posts, membership only posts. And that info is there. Oh, no, it'll be there on Monday. I scheduled it, but it's not live yet. The Zoom info will be live on Monday. Oh, me and myself, so much situation, no friends in the Bay after returning back to SF, so much family memorabilia to go through. Yes. I definitely still have friends there, but like, it's not the same. It's not the same, right? So Zarah's making 4 to 5 trips to bring her stuff down. Okay. Creative Peace Life, I just hired a crew to come in and clean out all the clutter from my house. The only thing left are the big items that I'll be selling, like my bedroom sets and things. I got $905 for everything. That's a good idea. If you have your stuff organized, you know what people can take. For me, I just put everything in storage altogether because I was coming back to take it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not organized in a way where I could say, take that box, don't take that box. At least I don't think it is. Oh, Creative Peace, you feel a ton better now. Good for you. Good for you. All right. Just for success. I think my mother took all my business clothes. And I only, because when I worked in the Bay, it was business casual. So I think I only have, like, I worked for a tech company. So it was, jeans and tennis shoes and sweatshirts. Okay. Emoji says, I had to ship items from my income property in New Orleans to Los Angeles because I got a buyer quicker than expected and they wanted a 2-week closing. Congratulations, but also, ooh, stuff got here early from NOLA. Overwhelming. Yes. But congratulations on the sale. Yes, I love it. Auntie Trey donated all of her items to Goodwill and giving family heirlooms to my nieces. Ooh, donate appliances to a culinary school. Adelia, put it on the list. Okay, Tyra's been spending time at a gun range since he's been here to Cincy. Your daughter needs to feel comfortable with her mother moving around by herself. I would ask where you're moving to, because outside of the U.S., you're not going to have a lot of use for guns, in the sense that, like, you're not going to be allowed to have a gun, right? So if you're moving to other places in the U.S., that can be very handy. Outside of the U.S., there's not a lot of places where you can actually have a gun. We're like private citizens. I'm actually interested in this. Who knows? I wonder if there are more countries where private citizens are allowed to just, like, casually own guns like they are in the US, or more countries where you're not allowed to have guns. I have a feeling it's not allowed to have guns, but I don't know for sure. I feel like there's research out there on that we can find. We shall see. All right, so yes, Adelia is team logistics. Adelia, I had to be team logistics this weekend. Well, you were gone. You weren't there. And so I was team logistics, and I was like, I don't like this. I'm supposed to be team vibes. Why am I planning what we're doing? I'm not the planner. But yeah, team logistics. Adelia already has it planned, covered, everything done. Houston Furniture Bank, Alicia, for people in Houston, provide furniture to families who are transitioning out of homelessness or have been impacted by natural disasters. That's a great idea for people in Houston. Hey, Tanisha. H&M takes donated clothes. Ha! Ha! Okay, so I stored my stuff in storage. And then I have a friend who had a key. And she's been there probably 2 or 3 times to take out things. Like, her sister needed a bed. And so they got the bed for my storage unit. So I don't know if the things that I put in are still, like, there's some things I put up high. I forgot to mention that to her when she took the stuff out. Or things I put up high for the specific reason that I did not want them to get wet if they got flooded. Like that art. I don't know if it's still up high. We're going to go find out. But no, I don't expect there to be any organization. I expect there to be, like, big plastic bags of things. I was going for a year. I was going to come back in a year and move those things all back into an apartment. So I did not pack for a 5-year storage adventure. I did not pack for being able to easily sort them through with the idea of getting rid of things, because that was not my idea when I left. Moshi Moshi Japanese food and Tadich Grill for seafood. Are those in the Bay Area, Sarah, right? Or are you talking to someone else? I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. Adelia, Simi's talking your language. I created a folder worksheet with the things I wanted to donate and share with friends. But I put everything on Marketplace. Whatever was left, I donated to charity shops / women's orders. Yes. Okay. That might be how we do it. Okay, so Sarah's killing me slowly. How much is Vitamix in Mexico? I don't know, but I have one in storage. You know I have one. You know I have one in storage. Let's see what let's see what the Amazon says. 6462. It says Amazon option. I don't like that. I don't know what that means. I don't have the basic version Amazon. I have kind of an upgradey grade. I think I have two tops. That's the thing that I have. But the cheapest, the least expensive Vitamix, I feel like this is used. Let me see. It says Amazon option. I don't like that it says that. I don't know what that means. You know, it usually says like they're between $6,462, so $342 to like $13,000 on Amazon's website. So double. So like $700 from $350 to $700. But I don't know why the $350 one makes me nervous because I don't know what it's. It might be like Amazon's Choice, the way they do in the US. It might just be that same thing. I can't tell. But yeah, I don't remember whether I got 2 cups when I bought it or I bought an extra cup, but I know I have 2 cups for my Vitamix blender, which is in storage, which we can bring down because Adelia knows how to pack everything. I hadn't thought about that when I brought her down with me, when I asked her to come with me, but she knows everything. What do you do with picture albums, old family pictures, bringing them down? I don't have any family in California, so I would have to ship and probably ship to my mom, who's in Mexico, who gave me family pictures when I was in California last time. So I'll bring them down with me. I don't think I have a lot of old photo albums. I'll keep them in my apartment. If I ever move out of his apartment, I'd probably put them in storage down here or leave them under, like, give them to a friend in a box. I tell you guys, in my group coaching, I say that don't keep, if you're leaving and you know you're leaving, don't keep more than like a box worth of stuff. Narrow your stuff down to like a box that could fit into a friend's closet, right? Do that. Don't do anything. Don't leave more stuff than that. So I would probably do like, a box that could fit in a closet worth of stuff. Will I be bringing down more than that? Yes, I will. Because I have a home. All right. Yes, Angela says, so the quality of the goods. She brought her plush towels and bed linens because the ones in Mexico are not awesome. And they're not. They're not. Yes. You may need to, that may be a job. Listen, chief disposition. She said she was adding vice president of dispositions to her resume. And I think she should. I think she'd be an excellent person to go do storage stuff with you. I think. Now, if y'all see me crying online, it's because she wasn't. I'm going to tell you. If she gets fired 1 week into a 2 week, listen, she's giving me 2 weeks of her life. In exchange, I get to experience Mia for 2 weeks. But I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. Okay. Dara's bringing her linens and towels. No way she's leaving them behind. I trade them for clothes any day. I found good towels at Costco down here. Charisma, I think is the brand. I know this because I saw them. I was in San Miguel de Allende this weekend. I was staying at Casa Elm, which is Michelle Wedderburn's guest house. I was in there like, oh, these towels is nice. These towels is nice. These towels is, oh, I like these. Where are these from? I was like, where are these from? I looked at the tag. They're the same towels I have at home. They're the exact same towels I have at home. At home here, in my closet back there. Exact same towels. Hers still might feel a little like tough. I don't know what she's doing differently in the washer and dryer. Mine feel a little stiff, and hers felt very soft and bouncy still. Oh, okay. Interesting. So you can get some good stuff here, but it's going to cost you some money. Yeah, Salvation Army has crap politics. That's what I hear again and again. Mexico, Amazon price be cheaper? No. Like even we talked about just not the Vitamix, what do we talk about? The KitchenAid. I'm probably not going to bring down a KitchenAid stand mixer. If I could bring down the KitchenAid stand mixer on a plane with other valuable stuff inside my suitcase, and the difference in the stand mixer price currently, even if I was going to buy it new, if I didn't already have it, if I was going to buy it new, it's a $75 difference, right? So if I was going to buy them both new, I would be paying $75 more in Mexico than I would in the US. That suitcase isn't going to cost me much more than $75. And if I put in other valuable stuff with it, it'll pay for itself. Plus, I don't have to buy it new because I already have it. So even if for a lot of these things that I have, if I got extra baggage, if I paid for extra baggage, it would still be cheaper than buying the stuff down here. Because buying that mixer down here is $364. So if I sold, I'm not going to sell it for $289 up there. No one's going to buy it for that price, right? But if I did, say I sold it for $100, right? I still have to buy, that's still $264. The difference between the price in Mexico and selling for $100 in the US, that's $264, right? And so if I could put it in storage, in a suitcase with other valuable things and bring it down and spend less than $264 for that extra baggage, it would be worth it to bring it down. Now that I'm saying this, I might be bringing down more things than I think. I think I'm talking myself into bringing down more things than I think, and Adelia is going to have to talk me out of it. I loved having a stand mixer, though. I loved having an ice cream maker and a Vitamix. Okay, kitchen tools changed how I feel about cooking. Like really nice, the knives were the thing for me. I hated cooking before I got good knives. When I got good knives, I was like, oh, this is easy. I don't have to saw at things anymore. I don't have to struggle. Knives are the big difference for me. Yeah. I like having kitchen stuff, but I don't know how long I'm going to be here. It might not be worth it to bring it down. We'll see. Ooh, Simi put an ad online for someone to come take everything, and a guy furnishing student apartments came and took everything within an hour of me posting. Good for him. Good for you. Okay. Most Habitat Restore locations will come get items as well. I like the Habitat Restore stuff. Kidney Foundation will pick up, Janice says. Thank you for sharing. Hi. I just realized who that is. I like your photo. Hi, friend. Like I said, if I'm crying, blame Adelia. And not my emotional instability. Because I have no idea what's going to happen. Yes, I head to the Bay Area tomorrow to empty out my storage. I'm there for 2 weeks to hopefully see some friends, have a little hurrah in the Bay. The last time I was there was the night of my 38th birthday party. So I haven't seen my friends since then. And I'm 43. All right. I think, thank you, C. Robinson. Adelia has all the ideas. She's keep giving them, you guys. For yours, even if they're local ideas, share them here. So someone who's in your neighborhood or in your city might get some great ideas. So whatever they are, they don't have to be applicable to me. Share your ideas and share the things that helped you empty your storage, right? Like, or empty your house, because this is this is emotion. When I get there, I might be like, oh, this is so easy. What was I worried about? That's probably what's going to happen, because most things we worry about in advance, it's no big deal. But I was feeling things today, so I was like, let's talk about the things I'm feeling. Therapy for me. Thank you, guys. I'll pay you each a penny. And maybe therapy for someone else too. Someone else who needs to open and empty their storage. You can ask for permission. If you owe money on a car, you can ask for permission. Are they going to give it to you? Knowing that they can't go back into that country and repossess your car? Probably not. Now, like I said, it probably violates the lease or loan. I would read your contract just to find out. I don't know. This is not legal advice. This is not legal advice. Nothing I've said today is legal advice. Yada, yada, yada. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer. Still, see if it's allowed. If it's not allowed, you can ask for permission, but why would they give it to you? If you don't have permission to take your car to another country, what incentivizes them to give it to you? They may check at the border, they may not. Angela, you're here. You drove down. Did they ask for any information about your car, like your car title or the status of a loan or a lease when you drove in? I know that sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But okay. All right. To get a tip, you need to show proof of ownership or permission from a lien holder. And you need a tip to drive your car into Mexico, unless you bypass the tip place and just drive it. Like, we know some people have done. If you do it the right way, you need to show ownership or permission from lien holder. Yes, Out of the Closet is top of my list in the Bay for donations. Mom is saying Diva Napa Wine Train. Adelia, I know you have a list of things you want to do. Add that to the list of things you want to do. I think that could be fun. Lug. Sarah Wright has used Lug to hire muscle an hour at a time. Is that an app or a website? Let us know. T. Kelly was planning on driving with her artwork or chairs in tow. Yeah, I'm familiar with Brown Estate, but I haven't been. It's a good idea. Black-owned wineries, Adelia. My mom, of course, knows all the wineries in Napa. All right. Done. Tickets, places to global transport. I take care of that. I'm done. The trip is over for me. Period. Planning stuff? It's not what I do. Why they gotta be like this? Why you gotta be like this? Your mama wanted more for you. And even if she didn't, you should want more for yourself. You don't have to. Scam people out of their home goods, out of their used home goods. Like, at least scam in a way that we're proud of you. Like, do some Bernie Madoff type stuff, right? And we're like, oh, okay, sis. A chick. Speaking of chairs, I have a chaise in my storage unit that I got from a museum in Columbus. I told y'all, a storage unit is, it's vintage. I don't know exactly when it is from, but it's before the 50s. It's got this mechanical thing. Of all the furniture pieces, I think that's going to be the hardest one to get rid of. The hardest one emotionally for me to get rid of. It's just beautiful. It was the Columbus Museum of Art owned it, and then I got it from them. And someone's probably going to try to give me $10 for it. But that is Adelia's business. It is not mine. The prices she gets, not my business. It is her. She's going to drive a hard bargain and get what she can. And I'm going to let it go. Hey, bestie, Katrina. Melanie, this is the right choice. You're determined not to get storage. You want to get rid of everything. That is the right choice. I honestly had no idea that my journey was going to take me where it did. And so I was coming back. I just knew I was coming back to the exact same life. And so I tell everyone now, everyone in my group coaching program, that if you think you're coming back to the exact same life, be prepared for that not to be what happens. It's not what happened to me. Ooh, wait a minute now. A scanner for paperwork that may be somewhat important, scan and toss. I'm able to do that with a phone. I don't have a scanner. Or someone I know there might have a scanner. I might be able to borrow it into the house. Ooh, Adelia. Can you add to the list a scanner, possibly from Erica? Erica might have a scanner we can use at the house to scan paperwork. Erica might have a scanner. I'm going to forget, but I know you have notes. I know you do. All right. The only thing she had on her list was a restaurant. What restaurant did you have on your list, Adelia? Ooh, Elle understands my trauma. I had to go through 8 tall stacks of paper during my PTO in September. It took me 7 days as I had to take breaks to deal with the emotional trauma of letting go of this paper. Okay, the good thing for me is that this is paper I haven't needed. I haven't needed my birth certificate since 2018 for anything. I have not needed my birth certificate for anything since 2018. I'm not gonna get rid of it, of course, but like I haven't needed it. Ooh. I think I'm going to London before we go to Marrakesh in April for the Exodus Summit meetup. If I have my birth certificate, I may be able to get a UK passport. The wheels are turning. Let me write this note down. Because I was born in England, if you didn't know. Fun fact. Let me write this down. Now that I'll have my passport on me, figure out what else I need to do. I don't really know. Like if the UK was pre-Brexit, this would have been very valuable to me. Post-Brexit, I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even care. Girl, what you gonna do for me? But I don't know. I'll figure out whether it's worth it to me. I'll have my birth certificate. Okay, this might be a thing I do. I might start the process. We'll see. Okay. Yes. Pics with your phone and turn them into PDFs and upload them to your Google Drive. Do nothing to schlep back. Yes. Okay. Good ideas. Send out reminders. I will send out a reminder for you in the group on Monday, and I'll add one on Thursday. In the membership, I will. There's one on Monday to let you guys know, but I'll add one on Thursday. Okay. Antique furniture and decor for my travels abroad. What's your recommendation as far as keep or get rid of? Maybe I don't have one. I was just telling someone the other day that when I went to Egypt, I found this vintage chandelier and I fell in love. Huge thing. And I had to have it. And I bought and I shipped a vintage chandelier. When I tell you I have things, I mean things. I have things. I brought back a vintage chandelier from Egypt. Had to have from Cairo. Had to have it. I never hung it up in my house. And so it moved from my house in Columbus. I didn't have anywhere in my house to hang a vintage chandelier to begin with. I don't know why I bought it, but I did. But the vintage chandelier from Egypt, it went from the house in Columbus to storage in the Bay Area, and I'm not bringing it to Mexico. So I have to get rid of a vintage chandelier that I bought in Cairo in I don't know, 20 something. If I left in 2016, when did we go to Egypt, Mom? I think I can figure it out from my photos because it's some of my first photos. So the dates on this are 2012. I think we went in 2011. I think we were there for Christmas. So I went to December 2011, January 2012. I've had 10 years. I've had a vintage chandelier from Cairo and I've never used it. And Adelia is now in charge of it. I cannot get emotionally attached to it. Listen, fun fact. I bought the chandelier and a rug. The hotel was like, we could ship them back. It wasn't that expensive. I was like, let's do it. After I left, the hotel hit me up like, we actually can't ship them back unless you pay us a lot more money because so-and-so was saying that they're like, they're antiquities of the country. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're like valuable antiquities. It is not something that was hanging in like, it's a chandelier that was probably in somebody else's house in like the 30s. That's not an antiquity, right? Like that's not something you need to protect like that. And so the hotel was like, yes, you can get it. You should pay a lot more money. If it is so valuable to the country that you don't want to let it go, it shouldn't be a question of money. It should be a question of whether I can get it or not. But now that I'm gone and I gave it to you to ship, now you're telling me you can't ship it unless I pay you a lot more money because it's valuable to the country. Either y'all gonna send it or you're not. Like if this is caught up in a customs kind of thing, either customs is going to send it because it doesn't mean anything to the country, which it didn't, or you're not because it means a lot to the country. You don't want people like looting and raiding the country. It shouldn't be an issue of paying more money. I was like, I have to pay some more money, and I was like, let's call corporate. I called corporate. Like they were like, no, like we went on this for a couple of days, and finally I was like, nope. I'm emailing corporate. I emailed corporate the next day. The hotel was like, it is on its way to you. No additional money. Y'all said you could send this to me. No problem. I told you what was inside the box. I think you even saw what was inside the box. No problem. The minute I leave is extra money. No. Y'all know me. I'm stubborn. Absolutely not. You said you were going to do a thing at a certain price. I paid you that price. Go ahead and do that thing at that price. Either this is so valuable to the country that it can't get sent, or send me my shit. Right? Like it's not. What are we doing? Anyway, I got it the next day. So not the next day. They literally sent it immediately. All it took was one email to corporate being like, hi, I'm having a problem with your hotel. Solved. Which one of y'all was trying to rip me off? Which one of y'all was trying to get some extra money? Now that I'm out of the country and I can't ship it myself because you said you guys were going to take care of everything. And this is not like Jimmy Joe's Hotel Shack. I stayed at the Four Seasons. I think that was the Four Seasons. Send me my stuff. So yes, Adelia, you're going to have some. When Adelia sees me, I tell her all the time that she's going to have a fit when she sees my storage. I'm letting you know there are some random things. They all have good stories. Lots of like large cowhide rugs. Lots of things like that. From here and there. Lots of rugs from other countries. One of the things I buy when I go abroad are rugs. So lots of rugs from other countries. Some fur from other countries. Hi, Iceland. Things. Lots of things in storage. But I don't have recommendations on what to give, what to keep, what to get rid of. I don't have the answers, which is why I want to do this video, because I'm hoping y'all have the answers for me. I don't have them. Tax returns from 85 to present, greeting cards, applications, old bank statements. It was emotionally draining but freeing. Lots of old bank statements. I'm going to have greeting cards, yes. Tax returns, not from 85, but I'm going to have a lot of tax returns if I can find them. Ooh, yes. Ooh, Adelia, can you add a shredder to the list? So a scanner and a shredder. I'm so proud of you, Al. You still have a lot. You still have more paper. We got the bulk done. Oh, child books. I hadn't even thought about that. You can imagine I have books. I have law school books, which out of date. No one wants these anymore. But I also have a lot of I used to read a lot of books. Oh, no. In Angela's decluttering process, she found a box full of letters that her late mother sent her while she was in college. It was no good for the rest of the week in grief. Oh. I hate to hear that. But I know you love having those letters. I know you're really glad you found those letters. But yeah. Whew. That's hard. Oh, a lot of crystals to sell. I used to collect angels from Mikasa. I hopefully things like collections, there are groups online where you can easily sell it. Hopefully. Hey, Roxanne. Roxanne, have you published your first YouTube video yet? The people want to know. Have you? All right. A couple weeks ago, she mentioned that she was trying to start publishing, which is why I'm giving her a hard time. For people who didn't, or what's going on here. All right. All right. Yeah, there's going to be some unread books in that list. I think books I'm going to feel not great about getting rid of, but I'll find a way to either donate them or do something with them. I don't see myself bringing down. I try not to keep books here. I have very, very few physical books. My book solution since I moved to Mexico has been borrowing books on Libby on a Kindle. That's what I do. Put it on the Kindle, get it on Libby. Libby is the online library that connects to your physical library. So I'm hoping that solves the book problem because, yeah. Yes, ma'am. Listen, I ain't wrote a contract for them in a while, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was still my work. Wouldn't be surprised if that was still my work, and I know you can't do that. Wanda, who's in our membership, says, did you know Adelia before Mexico? No, we met in Mexico. We met over pie, which she didn't eat. We met over pie in the streets. We were both here at the same time. We hung out. We talked about pie. We talked about ridiculous hair braiders, and we just clicked. We're very good yin and yang. I think we're very good yin and yang. Adelia might think something else. I haven't read her diary. I don't know. But I think we're very good yin and yang. Okay. Animal shelters will always welcome linens, towels, sheets, pillows. Okay, those are definitely things I'm going to have to get rid of. I know I have linens there that I probably don't want after 5 years in storage. What if we can wash them and give them away? Get rid of them. Ooh, okay. I hadn't thought about donating books to the library. I thought about Goodwill. Adelia, on the list. Donating books to the library. Most places where you can own a gun, it's for hunting. So only those type of guns, definitely not automatics. I don't know guns. I don't like guns at all. I'm very anti-gun. I will not go to your home. I will not spend time with your home if I know you have a gun in there. If I know you have a gun, especially if you're a man, I'm not coming over. You have a gun. A man with a gun? Child, y'all don't read the news? No, I will not. I'm not. Mm-mm. A man came over to my place once with a gun. If you don't take that shit to the car right now, why is it in? I think he had like a backpack or something with it. Why is there a gun in my? If you don't, the gun has to leave. You can leave with it. I don't care. But like, absolutely, absolutely not. Absolutely not. A man with a gun? No. A man who is paid to carry or use a gun? Also a no. Also very much a no, thank you. No, thank you. A man with any kind of governmental authority and a weapon in my life? I know some of y'all are cops and some of y'all love cops, and I love that for you, but not for me. Men and guns. Anyway, it was an old topic from 20 minutes ago. Okay, Auntie Lou switched to Audible or Apple Books online versus via local public library. Can you get Apple? Doesn't matter. I use Kindle. It doesn't matter. Audio or online reading, yes. I keep trying to do audiobooks and I keep not getting into them. I just can't do it. I know sometimes you want the physical book, but I'm very much ebook me. Ooh, donated 20 boxes. I gotta get mine. I've been gone for a while and I'm leaving again tomorrow. I need to do laundry, so I'm about to put the dryer on right now. But it's right here, so you guys can hear me still. And I'm back. I have a washer dryer unit in one, so I just had to like add some stuff and turn it on. All right. Okay. I want you guys to remember why I don't like this woman. Why are you bringing up old stuff? Why? What does it benefit you to bring up old stuff? Yes, you asked me what was in my storage unit, and yes, I probably laughed in your face. But when you see the storage unit, you'll know why. You'll know why I laughed. It's ridiculous to ask me that question, baby. I don't know what's in that storage unit. Just I'm remembering things that I forgot I had a Vitamix. I don't know. I don't know what's in there. There's some furniture. I don't have a coffee table here, and I have a coffee table I love in that storage unit, but I don't think it can come apart. If it could come apart, I might leave the glass up there, get glass made for it here and bring it down, but I don't think I can do that. And it's big. It's big enough that you can't like, even if it came apart, I don't know what I'll fit in a suitcase. I might have to like wrap it up and move it. I'm leaving it there. I can get a coffee table down here, but why would she do this to me? Why would she publicly bring up old stuff? It's got big frenemy energy. Can't trust them. Meanwhile, I'm gonna be like crying into her shoulder next week. I have to get rid of all this stuff. Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh god. Okay, y'all say bring the Vitamix with me. Okay, so Roxanne understands. Stuff we didn't take to Mexico was in storage in Ohio. Then we did life in Mexico and had an apartment full of stuff. Then we moved to Panama and both Ohio and Mexico came. I was legit like, WTF. Yes, it's going to be a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. We shall see. My challenge is definitely documents, especially for my immigration process. I'll need to borrow a shredder for my next visit. Yeah. Because you never know when the government's going to be like, let me see that document that you showed me 10 years ago. Let me see it again. Whew. I think y'all come here to troll me on purpose. Y'all come here to troll me on purpose. Oh, I forgot I have a juicer. So there's some comments about the stand mixer. I'm way behind. There's comments about the stand mixer. And Amber says, would you use it? I'm like, yeah, I don't like the blender I have now, so I would definitely use it instead of the one I have now. The one I have now is weak. The Vitamix, get your life, take your hand, right? And I was like, I can use it to juice. I was like, I actually have a juicer in storage as well. The Vitamix, blender, and the juicer. I didn't remember these things, but now that I do, I want it. But yeah, a new stand mixer is going to be, a new stand mixer will cost more, but I think each one of my kitchen electronics, the juicer, maybe not the juicer, I can probably buy a cheaper one. I'm hoping juicer technology has improved enough in the past maybe 7 years. Nope. I've had that at least 7 years, probably 8 years since I've had it, that I could buy the same quality juicer for a lower price. I don't know. But the Vitamix, the stand mixer, all of those are going to be, to repurchase them, are probably going to be the price of 2 additional bags. Each of them, to buy what I already have, would be the price of 2 additional bags. So it makes sense if I plan on using them in the Bay Area. If I plan on using them in Mexico, it makes sense to bring them down. I don't know. I don't know if I need a stand mixer here. I used to bake a lot. I don't bake a lot anymore. Would I bake a lot if I had a stand mixer? These are the questions. I also have a hand mixer in there. I like kitchen stuff. It's so heavy. It's so heavy. It's so heavy. So heavy. Woo. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Dogs love me. The other day, someone on IG was like, you really are a dog whisperer. I am. Stray dogs be like, hey girl, we've been waiting for you to enter our life. Reverend Dr. Angela B. Martin's dog loved me until she didn't. Mia is a menace. Mia was like, if you don't get away from me and go get me my mommy, like go down the hallway and go get my mommy right now, I ain't doing that again. Mia and I do not have a loving relationship. I was like, why are you sound like I am throwing you against the wall and I'm just trying to love you while your mom walks away and goes on her vacation. You're homeless. You have nobody to take care of you but me, and this is how you treat me? If you were a kid, you'd be in a closet. Acting out. Okay, I only know about gun stuff because Americans keep asking me on other forums I'm on. People in other countries are like, stay in America. Yeah. You don't get to just bring your gun. Good morning, Stephanie. Kitchen items are so hard to part with. Oh, I'm glad it's helping you, Monica, because I feel like I'm going up with 2 empty suitcases. I'll see what happens. Yeah, baby, you already know. Dara says, check the difference between first class and coach. I've been flying first because 2 bags are up to 70 pounds. Often makes the difference worth it. Then just pay for a 3rd bag. Dara, baby. You already know. I have 70 pounds worth of luggage available to me. I don't play them games. Hey. All right. Let's see. Any ideas on how to bring a 49-inch curve monitor? No. Anything like, I don't see myself bringing down really large stuff. I already don't know how I'm bringing down my the drawing that I have. It's probably going to be like my carry-on bag or like a carry-on thing. Because it was framed the way the artist wanted it framed by the artist's personal art dealer. So it's not like I can just get rid of the frame and roll it up and buy a new frame in Mexico. That's not. If that has survived the years of storage, it's got to come down with me the way it is. Or I have another friend who's an art collector who I might send it to him if I can't figure out how to get it down with me. But it's not the kind of thing where I don't think I'm bringing down. I might bring down heavy things like a stand mixer, but you can take apart, right? But not large things. I think large things are where I'm going to stop. If I had thought this through, I would have shipped things down in customs. I would ship things down after I got residency. Or after my mom got residency. But I didn't. So we'll see. Let's see. I will say hi to home for you. All right. This baby girl says she has storage in the Bay Area and in Pennsylvania, downsizing my home to sell. Epic fail. Yes. Yes. Angela owns her car outright, so it wasn't a problem. And I think you're saying no, they didn't check for the documents for ownership or anything, or car loan or car lease. I think the no is they didn't check for documents, but I don't know because that was a while ago. I want to bring all of my canvas art and art supplies. Will they confiscate my paint? I don't know. I think that's an Adelia question. Maybe even a Dara question because she's another artist who's coming down. I don't know. Okay, Lug is an app. You guys have used Lug in San Francisco. So Lug may be an option to get people to move things. The other thing I need to figure out is trash. Like I'm going to have a bunch of trash. The storage unit doesn't have trash. The Airbnb probably doesn't want me leaving 12 years of trash. So I've got to figure that out too. Might be going to my girlfriend's home. It's like, hi, I'm here with 6 bags of trash. Thank you. Okay. Paint, they think is okay. Turpentine, most likely not. I'm going to unframe some of my art and roll, try to move. I gave a huge oil painting away last year. It was hard. Yes, you artists, I get it. Plug. Okay. Tyra, as a matter of fact, the next 3 videos drop on our YouTube channel. Lamar and Angela document our whole downsize and estate sale process. Yay. Speaking of which, when Candy, Angela's dog, was offering my belly, it was when I was at her Airbnb in Querétaro, which is gorgeous. And if you're going to Querétaro, you should contact Angela about it because it's gorgeous in a beautiful neighborhood and gorgeous. So, and it's got books. If you like books, there are books in there. Whole little library to make you feel all warm and fuzzy. Something to think about. All right. Let's see. Genius Scan to do important documents. Remember how 5 minutes ago I was like, why would she do this? Why would she do this? Y'all, I have space for 1 stamp on my passport. One of the things I need to do when I go to the US, so you can get, if you have a flight within 2 weeks, you can call and get an appointment for, I think it's just a passport appointment. Otherwise, no passport. You got to mail it in. I have 1 stamp left. And I need a stamp to leave Mexico. I need a place for them to stamp to leave Mexico. So I can leave Mexico on the passport stamp I have. I don't need to get it stamped when I get into the US. So I don't need more than 1 stamp. But after that, I have to get an appointment to get a new passport or I'm stuck in America. And look who's here bringing up my trauma. So tomorrow, when I land in the US, I've got to immediately start calling and trying to get an appointment because my flight is in 2 weeks. Are we there for a week and a half? Or are we there for 2.5 weeks, Adelia? Is it 2.5 weeks or is it a week and a half? It's just, okay, I come in on Tuesday and leave on a Monday and leave on a Tuesday. So it's really just 2 weeks. I'm going to get an appointment. Why would she do this? Why would she bring up my trauma? So I mentioned somewhere having one passport stamp, just a few spots left, and someone said it's a flex. It is not a flex. It is fear. I am full of fear. When I was going to Senegal, I was in places like, don't stamp that passport. Or if you're going to stamp it right here and no. Every time I went to a border, I was like, right here. I need you to pay attention. I know we're not speaking the same language, but I need you to stamp here. Because if you stamp in the middle of the page, I can't get home. It's not a flex. Having no place left in your passport, it is. I will legit not be able to leave America if I cannot get a new passport. That is not a flex. Not when these passport offices are full of people who are in the same situation and I may not be able to get an appointment. Not a flex. There is fear. I have one space for a stamp left. It doesn't feel good. All right. Oh, see, my mama. I already forgot. I have from Cairo a camel saddle. It's as like a chair in a room. It's not a chair. It's like a little seat or like a footrest. It's beautiful. It's stunning. It is a conversation piece. I forgot I had that. I have a camel saddle that I got in Cairo. I forgot about it. But Adelia, this is why I couldn't tell you what I own. I don't know. The camel saddle is coming with me. The chandelier, I will easily give up. The camel saddle, we can find a way to put in a suitcase. Gorgeous. Why do I have a camel saddle? And not like one of them new camel saddles that might look like kind of like a horse saddle. No. It's wood and leather and probably hay inside. It's old. It might be as old as I am. Yes, that is coming down. Add that to the come down list, Adelia. I've told her so many times, ever since we talked about doing this, that like she's going to be shocked at the things she sees as a minimalist. She's going to be shocked at the things she sees, but she needs to keep that inside. Bury the shock and the surprise, and they'll talk about me. She's going to be shocked. I have a camel saddle, an old camel saddle. It's like conversation piece. Lovely. So the camel saddle, the chandelier, and the rug, I think, are what I got in Cairo. Imagine what I'm getting in Morocco when I go this time. I'm a ridiculous human, and I know that. I'm okay with that. Yesterday, Stephanie said a weirdo and someone has said an oddball. I will claim ridiculous. I am ridiculous. I own it. I have a vintage chandelier and saddle and camel saddle from Cairo. I've used the camel saddle a lot. It's a great footrest or seat. The chandelier, never hung it up. All right, Girl Please is inspired by this discussion to go harder. Please do. Don't be like me. Don't be looking back at stuff 5 years later. We want the things we want, especially if you spent your hard-earned money on it, your time looking for it, if you're attached to it in any way, if you have any good memories associated with it. We want the things you want. If they're table lamps, try to make it work. Even if you're moving for a few years, please start getting rid of things now. Yes. Yes. I don't own any table lamps. Dara, I do not own a single table lamp. I go in these stores like, I tell you, in Mexico, I play the what are these numbers game a lot more than I thought I would. You want what for what? And if it's a place where there is no price and they just see your face and they have to give it a price based on what they think you're going to pay. What are these numbers? What is happening? Ooh. Yeah. I have quite a bit of art. I had a very good relationship with the museum when I lived in Columbus, and I have quite a few things that made their not into their collection. Like they either people gave it to them and they sold, not like artists. Like I don't have a Rembrandt in storage, right? Like, but like personal owners would give it to the museum and the museum would sell it, or I bought stuff at auctions. I have a lot of art. There's one piece though, but I was like, I need to get a piece of this woman's art before I leave. I got it. But I do have a lot of other art. Like I have this big piece that's made out of cement. That's probably not making its way in a suitcase. Unless I gave that away already. I don't know what I have and what I've given away. Yes. Yes, but I don't know. What you see may not be what you get. The prices you see may not be the prices you get. That's a conversation for your own channel, girl. I think conscious consumption is important, but I also, for a lot of us, unconscious consumption is like a coping mechanism. And I'm never going to take your coping mechanism away from you if it doesn't hurt you, right? If your coping mechanism is Coke, maybe we have a conversation, right? If opiates are how you get through the day, maybe your bestie talks to you. But if it's shopping for things with money you have, not money you don't have, money you have for things you like, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? Like, I hated my life. There were things, I loved my friends. There were things I really loved about it. I was really blessed in a lot of ways. I hated the work I did, and I worked a lot, right? Therapy helped. Buying things helped. And so, yes, I think conscious consumption is important, but I'll never be one to act like buying things for the sake of buying things or having things for the sake of having things doesn't serve a purpose, right? Like we do it because and it may not be a purpose that lasts. It may not be the best coping mechanism. But who are you hurting? Like, I'm not suggesting you all go buy things that you don't need, right? Especially if money you don't have. But I am saying that there are many more ways to cope with, many worse ways to cope with the stress of life. So, do you? I'm gonna keep doing me. Okay. Let's see. I stopped buying stuff last year. I stopped buying for this year, last fall. I stopped buying clothes, shoes, because I knew I was going to go do the storage thing. Skincare, makeup, purses. But I bought an article of clothing in Querétaro and Palacio de Hierro, their fancy department store. I got this loungewear outfit for like $20. It was super cheap for Palacio. It was 60% off. Yay me. And I have a bunch of loungewear that I bought during the pandemic that either doesn't fit or I don't like the way it looks. So I'm going to get rid of probably 3 sets and just keep that one thing that I have. So I'm down. So I bought something for $20. I'm probably gonna get rid of 3 things, 3 different outfits. So I feel good about that purchase. Even though I said I wasn't gonna do it, Here's the thing. I said I wasn't going to do it. And then I touched that garment and I was like, baby, this is coming home with me. Just by feel. I touched the garment and I looked at the price and I was like, oh no. You're coming home with me, but I'm going to get rid of some stuff. Richmond Library will take your books. That's a good idea. All right. Linda Houston has scheduled 3 hours on the weekend for decluttering. Yesterday, did a box of receipts, paid bills printout, and threw away entire bin. Good for you. This is going to be my journey this week. Oh, Emotion says, I'm emotionally attached to a cumbersome wrought iron dining table and chairs. Chairs and a wall tapestry from Spain. I keep hauling from state to state. So I was a military baby born in Spain. Yes, I get it. A lot of things are a lot of things we own, we don't own for like very obvious reasons. Like we own them for sentimental reasons. Until you get ready to get rid of them, you're never gonna see me coming in and telling you to get rid of stuff. All right. You've been stalked by a wolf? BPE? That's a good reason to have a gun. Not in my house, though. You don't get stalked by a wolf in my home. And so guns don't belong in my home. All right. I mean, Hermes Addict, I'll put a list up online. I'll put a list next to the summit with photos. Adelia will, of the stuff we're getting rid of. Because it's a lot of stuff. Committed Journey says, I'm currently in Bangkok and I'm rethinking residing in Mexico. I didn't think this was possible. Are you rethinking like it's a good idea or a bad idea? We're saying some like things that aren't great about being here, like lamps are expensive, blah, 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 but not like overall, I wouldn't be anywhere else. Okay. Are most of you moving to Mexico fluent in Spanish? I would say no. I'm not fluent. I know enough. Katrina knows this from this weekend. I know enough to ear hustle on conversations. If you're on the phone next to me, I know what you're saying. Most of the time. I'll get like at least every other sentence. I know enough that if someone's speaking directly to me, if they add in their hands or they point or they do a little something, or there's some context. With context, I will understand like 80% of what you're saying. Without any context, I understand like 50% of what you're saying, which is why those phone conversations. I don't have any context for what y'all talking about, but I can still pick up like 50% of it. And that's with y'all talking fast. It gets better. I'm not fluent. It doesn't stop me. Welcome to my kitchen. Everything you named, every single thing in my kitchen. Woo! We'll see. A shredding company either take to them or become shred in front of you for a flat fee. Ooh, interesting. Committed to a journey. I didn't know that. Y'all, shredding companies who will come shred for you. Okay. Telemari said hi. Yes. I love heels. I thought I'd be wearing heels forever. The designer heels of my collection are probably gonna go to Goodwill. I don't know where. They're going somewhere. And I'm not wearing 6, 7-inch heels anymore. I don't think I was ever wearing 6, maybe 5. I think I probably have some 5-inch heels, no 6. And then I have like ridiculous boots. But like, where am I? Like, you know how like every once in a while you buy like a ridiculous pair of shoes, and you're like, I could probably wear this with one good outfit, but that outfit's gonna be fire. That outfit's gonna be fire. Those aren't worth bringing down. One shoe outfits aren't worth bringing for me in my head right now. Now, when I get there and I see them, I have a pair of like cage boot, like you know, the like cage booties, except they're thigh highs. And I think they may be toeless and they're beige. And it's not a real boot because it's just like leather or faux leather. Probably leather. Nope. That's from the brand I bought them. It's probably faux leather. Like, you know, it's like it looks like a chain link fence, but like much smaller. You'll see a photo of them. Those probably aren't coming with me. Mom says, leave a suitcase of Erica. I left a suitcase of Erica and she put it in storage. She was over me. She put my suitcase in the storage unit when I left with her. So no, that's not going to work. And when are you going back to the Bay? Ooh, I should have one of your friends from the Bay come bring me stuff when they come down. Come bring you stuff when they come down. So I should do. We'll see. Oh, your Vitamix weighs 20 pounds? That might make a suitcase worth it if I could add in enough extra stuff. Okay. All right. Tara says she planned to do storage after she attended the Najee concert. This conversation has been right on time. Concert happened last weekend. Timing is everything. Yes. Timing. I still don't have an air fryer. Y'all love them. Because I don't have the cooking utensils I love, I don't cook anymore. Like little things like the glass bowls I used to love using. The set. You know, the set of like nesting, the large set of nesting glass bowls that you could, get all your cooking done with in storage. I have like random things. I have to cook in my like eating bowls now. If I'm, doing ingredients here or there, whatever. So I don't do it as much. That's a good question. I'll probably send that to my friend Mike because he actually has a home that's full of like black art. He collects like black art of little like up and coming artists. It's probably what I should have done 5 years ago. Let's see. But my art is a sketch by Brenda Lynn Robinson, who, if you know Columbus, is like our artist, right? Like it is. She's Ohio. She's Columbus. And so before I left, I knew I needed a piece of hers, an original piece of hers. And I got it. And it's like, that's not one of her fancy ones with buttons and stuff because I don't have it like that. But it is a sketch. It's really gorgeous. And I can't wait. I want to have it hanging in my house, in my home. Let's see. Would I move with this is a great mentality to have. And that's why I don't have books anymore. Because I know if I buy books, if I start buying books, I'm going to have 200 books in here before I know it. Will I be reading them? No. But I'm going to have them. Not doing that anymore. I still, in my home here, don't have a microwave. Because the microwaves I found were expensive and the inside area we could put something was really small. Like really, like I could put a bowl in there, but not a plate. I'm sure you can find bigger ones. But when I was looking, we looked in like 6 stores and finally I was like, I guess I'm heating things up on the stove and in the oven, which I know is better for me anyway. But I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Large black trash bags. Yeah, so we're probably gonna go to Target and make a Target run. I'm trying not to buy things because of the stuff I have in storage. We probably will make a run and buy things like trash bags. No, you got to call for the passport office and make an appointment and tell them you have a flight within, I think you need to bring proof of your flight within 2 weeks. And I do. When I get there, my flight will be within 2 weeks. Here, I could do it, but I don't think they give you a real passport. They give you an emergency passport, which you'd have to replace for a new passport anyway, so I didn't do it here. Y'all be hating, but yes. When you see the camel saddle, you'll be like, okay, I get it. It's not big. It's probably like this high. That's it. Yeah, it's probably like this and like this long. You'll get it. Haters. You'll get it. No, I can't. I have to go into the actual passport office, the headquarters, like local or regional headquarters. So if it's not San Francisco, I think I have to go to Sacramento. That'll be fun. No, I can't. I can't renew my passport online because I have to. They're not going to send it to me in Mexico. And I wouldn't be able to fly until I got it. Like I need to have it. I didn't have enough time in which I could wait for a passport to come to me. I actually have to go in with a passport and walk out the same day or the next day with a passport because of all the travel I had at the beginning of the year. All right. Yes, the camel saddle. When y'all see it, you'll be like, okay, she knows what she's talking about. I know Adelia is going to be like, what's all this stuff? What are you using for bedside lamps? Bedside ceiling lamps. I bought a cheap bendy one from IKEA. It's like I never really decorated my bedroom. Like I have a bed, got a headboard, I've got a mattress. I bought like a side table. I bought something for plants that I put in there and I keep jewelry and purses on. But I never really like went out of my way to decorate my thingies. I don't care about the light in there. It's a cheap one from IKEA that bends. And stuff. Not cheap because nothing in IKEA is cheap. Let me tell y'all, IKEA down here reaches in your pocket and is like, thank you. That's my, thank you. Thank you. Every time I go to IKEA, I'm like, again, what are these numbers? Who said? We did the math before on one of my talks where I asked if it's cheap to live in Mexico, an old video, which I might be able to find for you. And the IKEA prices here were 40% more than the prices in the US. So anyway, so when I say cheap, I mean quality, not price. About that lamp. And I use that. Other than that, ceiling lamps. I have, and that's the only bedside lamp I have. That's the only table lamp I have in the house. Other than that, it's just ceiling lamps. And I don't love my ceiling lamps, but they're recessed and I can't. Yeah. All right, let me drop the link for that. Okay, typing. Okay. Drop that there. Adelia, please let them know the name of your Poshmark closet. If I had to go, I'm telling you this in advance, if I had to go through things and sell things, this would never happen. I would have storage for 62 years. I don't think I would have the emotional bandwidth to go through things and negotiate with people about selling things and haggle and have the con men showing up or not showing up. At our mom's house, one person demanded our address before we agreed on a price. And I was like, this is the price I'm selling it for. They offered like 1/4 of it. And I was like, no. And I gave like a little bit of a lower price, but not much. And they're like, okay, what's your address? And I was like, are you going to pay that price? What's your address? Are you going to pay that price? Tell me your address. Are you gonna rob me? Like, it sounds like you're trying to rob. Like, Why? It sounds like if we haven't agreed on the price, why do you need my address? What's your address? What, what are you doing? Why is my address so important to you? Besides robbery. Why? I'm gonna drop this link in the video as well. Why do you need my address? If we haven't agreed on a price, what are you doing? What's the plan? Tell me. Tell me how you think this makes sense to you. What's your address? Some people came to look at furniture at my mom's place, and they showed up with like 6 people. Let me put a finger on the 9 and the 1 just in case. What are y'all doing? And they're like wandering around. I've got to like corral them. My mom, sweetest, nicest person, does not spot the danger. She takes a phone call. They're legit 6 grown-ups in the house now, wandering around looking at things from room to room. My mom, I'm trying to get someone out of a bedroom into the living room. She takes a phone call, gets on the phone, turns her back to them. I saw the phone, taking the phone call. Boop, boop, boop. I was like, if you don't get off the phone and turn around and look at these people and make all of that, I couldn't do that and deal with the emotional labor of going through stuff. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh, I tend to buy a lot when I'm getting ready to move, which is probably like the worst time ever to buy. Here I want to have access to things there ever again. Japan, pottery, Mexico, Acapulco furniture. It makes sense though. Like not only will you not, it's so there's part of it which Roxanne acknowledges, which is the idea that you won't have access to these things that you get here. Like you won't have access to Japanese pottery ever again. But there's also the idea that where you move to might not have pottery you like. Where you move to might not have furniture, like patio furniture that you like. And so getting it here makes sense. I still haven't been to the store for Acapulco furniture that you mentioned, Roxanne. I need to do that. I think I want something for my balcony since I'm staying another year 3 in this place, which is longer than I lived in my place in the Bay Area. Okay. Nini wants to buy a sewing machine. I definitely take it with you. Adelia takes her sewing machine with her. It's possible. I don't know nothing about it. Yeah, no. You're not even supposed to bring your vapes. As far as I know, you're not even supposed to bring your vape supplies in. As of now, vaping is not. So they used to have vape vending machines in the shopping center. It's right near me. And one day I saw a close sign. When Mexican governments are like, enough of this, for whatever reason, with your business, they just put a big old sticker on your window, on your door. They put a sticker on the vending machine that was like, nah, closed, done. I don't know why the sticker was there. After that, the vape machine turned into an eyelash machine. You can buy lashes and glue from the vending machine in the shopping center right across the street. Anyway, yeah, I think vaping is not legal in the country anymore. I don't know. I'm probably not going to get arrested if I see you doing it, but I don't think you're supposed to bring it in and you're not supposed to buy it here. But I do know that a lot of Americans sneak it in. Alicia is decluttering weekly and it feels good. I haven't used these things in ages, left tags on them. Yes. Yes. All right. What's the max weight for a suitcase before they charge you extra, and how much is the extra fee? It depends on the airline. What class of airfare you get, if you have their credit card, if you're part of their mileage program. It all depends. It all depends. Oh, my grandson's other grandparents are residents in Mexico. I shared my desire to become a permanent resident. They told me they would help me when I make a decision. That's awesome. Look at this familial love. I love it. Okay, school teachers. Culinary arts and home ec. Okay. I have had to make a distinct decision not to go to my favorite thrift stores and not to go online to shine. Yeah. It's hard. Mm-hmm. I have a suitcase. Wait, is it where it usually is? It's usually right behind me. But because I packed last week, I need to find it. It's probably in my living room where I was packing my stuff. It's a little, or it's on my desk. I told myself to find it before I go, and then I forgot. But it's a little hangy thing. Got it from Amazon. It tells you how heavy your suitcase is. Which, at a situation like this, I would not go without because I don't want to get to the airport and have them be like, "All your bags is overweight." Mm-mm. No. Okay. For me this year, I'm going to try to think of the items I buy in terms of the hours I worked for them and how it will delay me from a bomb meal on vacation. Yes. Whatever works for you. Think about it. Ooh, Maureen is coming to see you February 12th. This might be an extra bag. All right. Yes. There's space for another bag, it sounds like. Okay, Mom. Okay. Confession. I just came back from Mexico staying in an Airbnb and realized I forgot how to cook without my air fryer and pressure cooker. I'll be packed on my next trip. Yeah. We need what we need. If you had asked me 5 years ago, I would have said I cannot live without a microwave. Now I'm like, I don't even want one. I don't even want a microwave. Right? Pamela Jones is in the downsizing and decluttering phase now. It's quite freeing. I literally feel like I can breathe deeper breaths with each space that opens up. That's awesome. All right. Oh, Kat, the hater, is telling her things are not coming with her. Yes. Does anyone like put a sticker on stuff and say not you, right? Like I feel like that's what if I had done that in my home, if I knew what my life was going to be, right? I would have done that and said like this is what I want in my future life and these are things I don't want, but I have no idea. Genia, I'm in Mexico. I'm in Mexico City. I've been here for 3 years. IKEA is not cheap. IKEA is more expensive in Mexico than it is in the US. For things that are not of any higher quality. Not a single bit higher quality, but definitely higher price. What are these numbers? Why? Who said? But it's handy. Some stuff like this back here came from IKEA. Underneath my TV came from IKEA. I've got a few things from IKEA, but it's not expensive. Mm-mm. There's no Target here, so no. Wall sconces are a nice alternative. I don't know if most apartments are wired here in a way where you could do wall sconces. I'm sure there'd be a way to do it, but am I going to? Probably not. Yeah. Cinder block. There are, in each of my rooms, there's a place where you could put a TV. So I'm assuming if you can mount a TV there, you could mount a wall sconce there. But it's already like the hardwired wall thing. There is a Walmart, but the Walmarts aren't great. lower quality stuff than the stuff you find in the US. Mm-mm. Yes. They wanted the people who came to my mom's house who came like 6 deep. It made sense that they came that deep because 6 or 8. It was something. It was a crazy amount of people because they wanted really big fur. They wanted her really big leather couches, right? Paid for them, no problem. The problem was that they were like wandering. So one person was in this room, one person was in that room, and I was like, nope, come on, gather you back. And I'm like trying to tell her to watch the people in the. Yes. Okay, Corinne said Customs asked her if she had any vape cartridges when she went to PV. They've never asked me that. But yeah. Hey, Michelle, we talked about you earlier. IKEA is pricey. IKEA will take your money. I was mentioning that I stayed at Casa Elm and I loved the, amongst all the things I loved, I was saying that I love your towels and I realized they were the same towels that I have, but they feel different. However your laundry is being done is how my laundry should be done. Poof Be Gone says Walmart in Mexico is no bueno. Everything's polyester. I will tell you guys a lot. In Mexico, if you want inexpensive things, they are probably going to not be high quality. The high quality things that you may be used to, if you're a little bit bougie, if you're even a little bit bougie, a smidge, if you've got a smidge of bouginess and you want to retain that, you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay. A lot of people think that like, oh, I come to Mexico and everything's super cheap. Not the things you want. Not the things you want. No. Mm-mm. How about furnishing your apartments? Is more. I think it was more expensive to furnish our apartment here than it was to furnish my apartment in the US. In the US, I could find like I have like my IKEA, my sofa was from IKEA. It was comfortable. The same IKEA sofa here, 40% more, is no longer inexpensive. What else? I could find a bed at like a discount store, a comfortable mattress at a discount store here. My mattress I have here is from like a Macy's equivalent. I wasn't furnishing my home in Macy's when I was in the US. Some of y'all are. I was not. Actually, my bed was from Macy's, but it was a gift. I got a Macy's gift card. I got a really big Macy's gift card as a gift when I moved into my new home. And that was a gift. But yeah, and my friend, the other reason I did the storage unit was because my bed is the most comfortable bed I've ever slept on in my life. My bed was so damn comfortable. I was like, I'm not giving up this mattress. I am not giving up this mattress. I'm putting this mattress in storage. I'm coming back and sleeping on this mattress. The most comfortable mattress I've ever slept on in my life. A couple years ago, my friend was like, can my sister have your bed? And I was like, sure. I'm not coming for it. I thought I was coming back. I needed the bed and the art. Those two things, the bed and the art. And the bed is already gone. So that's one thing that's gone. So there'll be less things. Nice things are going to run your pockets. I tell you all the time in the city, what are these numbers? Divide by what? How? I don't understand. Why you want so much for what? Inexpensive things, right? Like if you want to buy clothes from the markets on the street, nothing wrong with that. I do think that's where all my stolen clothes, my stuff got stolen from storage here. I'm not rehashing that again. Just know my stuff got stolen from storage here. I think all my stuff ended up in like the resale markets. You can buy clothes inexpensively from the resale markets, that's what you want to do. But if you want high quality things that aren't stolen, jokes because my stuff was stolen, not because I think most things that are being resold are stolen. I don't believe that. I have no reason to believe that. I do know that all of my clothes were stolen though, and they ended up somewhere. Like clothes I had custom made for this body in Vietnam. And y'all know I'm not going back to Vietnam, so I'm not replacing that stuff. Woo. Yes. If you are known for being a smidge of booze, you need to get ready to open your purse, which is why usually if I want to buy clothes, I buy them in the US, have them shipped to the next place I'm going or the next person who's coming down, and have them just cut the tags off and bring them down for me, which means I don't get to try things on first. I don't get to return anything. Usually by the time I get it, it's like months later anyway. So whatever. It's probably past the return window. I don't get to try anything on. Tags are off. But that's what I do when I'm buying stuff. Because buying here, Adelia, have you tried to buy clothes here? I know you've tried to buy shoes here, which is a little frustrating. I don't know if you've tried to buy clothes here. But yeah, that's why I would be a much happier person if these clothes that I've owned for a long time fits. Because I wouldn't, you know what I mean? But I already have more than enough clothes. So, yeah. Okay, Nubianet has a Macy's mattress too, filled with cashmere. That's fancier than my mattress. 20-year mattress is so great. Yeah, no, I love my mattress. Oh, Tyra, you put things in. Tyra said, she's glad we can't see her because she's now missing both parents who passed 4 months apart. That's so sad. I'm sorry, Tyra. Which is why I put things in storage. I needed to grieve. Yeah. But if you can take care of that stuff now before you move, you won't be grieving again in 10 years, right? Like you can take care of it while you have a little bit of strength. Yeah. So Adelia's saying the same thing. I have buying clothes here has her paying prices she doesn't want to pay. I see. What are these numbers? And why do you think this is a good idea? Okay, so Michelle says yes to buying clothes in Mexico, but only at stores like H&M and Zara. If you have a mall with H&M and Zara, you're going to get, I think, comparable prices, but you can't go, the boutiques here, the numbers don't make sense. The numbers don't make sense at all. No. All right, y'all, we've been at it for 2.5 hours. I thought we had nothing to talk about, but apparently we needed to talk about storage. We needed to talk about storage. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I have some notes in the description I want to go through with you guys before you go. All right, if you're ready to take a career break and move abroad, join my Move Abroad program at FromBurnoutToBliss.com. You guys know it. You can get to it from RoshidaDowe.com, which is back here. Get a free traveling infopreneur's toolkit if you want to travel and make money from the stuff that is floating around in your head. Grab that toolkit. It's in the linked comment. My newsletter, I also link to get my weekly-ish newsletter, which keeps you informed about all the things you should know, all the good information. And then I also mentioned subscribing to my other YouTube channel, Roshida Dowe. So many of you guys have been so nice and have told me that a woman is out there stealing my content and resharing it, but that's not me. That's not a woman. It's a woman. It's me, right? If you're not subscribed, I talk about money. I talk about making money, keeping money, budgeting money, all the money stuff we talk about over on the other channel. I'm going to stop talking about investments. I'm going to stop talking about it here. This is going to be career breaks in Mexico. Over on the other channel is going to be making money, keeping money, all that stuff. Money over there, Roshida Dowe. And Roshida Dowe is going to be career breaks in Mexico. I posted a video about coming back from a career break and how to address it in your interview. The views tell me y'all ain't interested in coming back from a career break. The views on that video tell me y'all don't want to come back from a career break, and I'm not mad at you at all. All right, what else? Okay, Exodus Summits. We do a challenge called Get Your Next 3 Clients. It is for Black women. Black women only. Get your next 3 clients. It's in the link to the description if you want to sign up. We do it again, I think the week of February 12th. Boop, boop, boop. And what else? Yep, I talked about joining the membership. We're going to start doing membership lives every Thursday, 9 p.m. So I will not see you guys after this video. I will see you guys membership. I will see you live in the Zoom this Thursday because now I need to finish laundry. Since yesterday, all I could do was sleep. I was so tired. My drive back to San Miguel was over 5 hours. It's not supposed to be that long, but we got stuck in traffic. All right. Yes, Poof Be Gone. You can see the chats while watching the live replays. They're on the side. $1,100 purse. And not like a $1,100 designer purse. I know what she's talking about. I was explaining to people who were in San Miguel this weekend that, like, you can shop in San Miguel, but I don't shop in San Miguel. I don't do it. Those boutiques in San Miguel are like, please, do you get a monthly pension? Sign it over to me. That's what the boutiques in San Miguel are like. You get, it's a bunch of retired people. Y'all don't need no money. Give me all your money. Give me all your money for like, yes, that is very San Miguel. All right. All right, friends. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go potty. I'm gonna go check on my laundry. I hope you guys have an excellent day. Wish me luck in the packing journey. Wish Adelia luck in the surviving Roshida journey because we go tomorrow. All right, Tyra, it's time for you to cry. As not your therapist, I'm gonna say I don't think I've cried since my dad died. I think I lost the ability to cry when my dad died. I shut down all feelings, and so I totally understand. So maybe you can cry, and it'll help us all. Wishing you the best, Tyra. I know it's hard. All right, friends, we will bend with our knees. We will talk to you next week. There will be some behind the scenes stuff in the membership while Adelia makes fun of me and the amount of stuff I've forgotten that I own. Okay. Bye.